You're listening to the Game Tenants Podcast.
What's up, and welcome to the Game Tenants Podcast, the failed adventures of two gamers and their quest for Gamecast stardom.
AKA worthlessly lazy, but so game crazy. Yeah!
This is episode 112, and I'm Church of the Game Grinder, and as always, joined by my excellent co-host, Jason of Slug Gaming.
More like so-so host, but yeah. How's it going, man?
It is going. I'm going to save everybody the crappy details, but hey, returning a new leaf. Got some things to be excited about. Video games.
For once, it seems like there's been a drought, or at least a drought of stuff we care to talk about.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just the feeling I've been getting. How about you? You feel like that way? It's been kind of like, what's going on? There's nothing going on.
A little drip feed, maybe. A little drip feed here and there.
Yeah, little mentions. Nothing to even...
But
really bite into.
I know a lot of people are kind of like, they don't get too stoked about like E3 or Summer Games Fest. But for me, it's like time to get hyped.
It's like the Super Bowl of
I mean, you don't gotta watch or anything, but you can get hyped about the games. Nothing wrong to be hyped.
Well, when I have the time, I like to watch the conferences and stuff. Well, clearly I like E3. Like I made a whole trip around it 2 years ago. And I plan to again last year, even though I had only a so-so experience the first time.
Yeah.
So they're saying that I've always looked forward to E3 since I was a kid. Like usually back when I started caring about it, I had to wait till like the new EGM or something was out to read about all the stuff that was, talked about, rumored.
Yeah.
So I always looked forward to that. I was like, I don't know.
Times. This is actually one of the first years in a long time I actually didn't watch the like conferences or whatnot.
Yeah, I tried.
Not on purpose.
After I missed a couple of them because I was working or like sleeping from working overnights, I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna do like I do with seasons of shows I like, and I'm just gonna wait till the whole season's out and watch it all. So that's what I did. And
noise.
Yeah, it's doesn't feel like I missed a lot compared to what came the last few years and what I've been seeing other people say on my socials. They seem to feel kind of the same way. I don't quite feel like Nintendo saved E3. You know how much we don't fucking like oh man, these guys won E3.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to get into that, but there's some cool stuff. There's some meh stuff. Some people that just, I guess, didn't try. PlayStation being too cool for E3 again. What's that all about?
Yeah, a lot of the conferences themselves, I'm just going mostly off of like what I was seeing people say, because like I said, I didn't really watch, and I haven't been on as much online, like social media and whatnot.
You've been kind of a recluse.
Yeah, like I said, it's got a lot going on. Work's been crazy.
We even usually talk pretty often. Even if it's a couple memes or some shit.
Yeah. Reclusive.
So when I said what's up, I actually meant what the fuck.
Yeah.
I know some stuff that's up. Like I said, we're not going to get into that, but
yeah, is what it is. But I guess before we get into talking about all these exciting new releases and some weird oddities, things that might have happened, let's talk about some old video games.
We do love to do that when we'll take any excuse to do so.
Yeah. So let's do the retro game highlight.
Fuck yeah. What'd you talk about last time?
Last time I talked about Berserk on the Atari 2600 and also arcade.
You went ultra old school. I
Ultra.
remember that.
Never give second gen enough love. That's what you got for us this time.
Well, it's significantly newer than that, but not. It's still 4 generations old, so let's keep it in the retro. I'm going with Wild Arms on the original PlayStation.
That intro, nice, noise.
Mm-hmm. And just the game aesthetic in general. You don't see a lot of Western themed RPGs.
Yeah, super unique. I would say it's
underutilized theme, I think.
Yeah, and it's a super unique game with some of the gameplay elements kind of a little bit different for more of like a traditional RPG.
Yeah, well,
the
I
hamster
fucking have all of them, and I went kind of out of my way to get them all after I got a couple of the newer ones, and I was like, "What do I got all these games for if I'm not playing them?" So I delved into it. I've been playing a bunch of it lately and enjoying it. Enjoying the absolute fuck out of it, actually.
Yeah, actually, I never finished Wild Arms.
Still got it?
I do not. I never had it. That's one of the elusive JRPGs. I do have Wild Arms 2, and I have Wild Arms 3, I think. I don't think I have 4.
I think you got Wild Arms 3 from me, if I remember correctly.
Maybe. I got like half my games from you, apparently. Give me too many games.
Oh, fuck off.
I appreciate it, but...
You give me too many friendships. So I reciprocate. But, yeah, I think I got all of them.
But for anybody who, like... I'll say especially, though, like... In that era, you know, early, mid-90s, it was like that was the time, and I'm like... I was a sponge towards to anime, and getting that fully animated intro with a cool, like kind of like folky whistling tune is still one of my favorites from that generation.
Yeah, like why aren't they still making these?
If anybody hasn't seen it, just go on YouTube and look up Wild Arms intro. It's fantastic.
And this is like it's like a PlayStation IP too. Like, what they were rotting that away for?
Yeah, you know.
Why you do this? Oh, maybe that's why they weren't at E3. They're too busy working on Wild Arms 6. Get it ready for their next state of play.
Work on their goofy ass Final Fantasy games.
Excellent. Yeah, there's that.
We'll get there.
But yeah, it's pretty cool shit.
And I do have Wild Arms 3.
If you like Westerns, and even if you don't, shut up and play it. Even if you're not saying anything, but you're also not playing it, shut up and play it. It's good. I'm glad I'm into it. I think I'm pretty close to the end of it. Comes in one of them fat RPG cases, but it's only one disc, and it kind of feels like it's winding down. So that'll be one I'm glad to have under my belt. I'm also in the middle of another one, but we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Cool.
But in case it wasn't already super apparent, E3 is just kind of wrapping up. So we're going to talk mostly about E3. That's what we got going on this episode.
E3 and
every year we got
Summer Games Fest as well. Summer Game Fest.
Yeah, I count that with it.
Yeah.
It's like the
intro.
It's the intro to E3. So cool shit.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess we could kind of just start there. Just kind of we got a list. I got a comprehensive list of like all the major announcements, although there's a few of them that aren't on here for some reason, so there's a good chance we're gonna miss some because there's just too many little games worth kind of giving little shouts out to get everything. So
yeah, I watched the trailer for the majority. Some stuff I just kind of skipped right over, but I'll probably visit throughout. I usually give everything a watch, even if I think I know what it's all about. But
yeah, a lot of as per usual, there tends to, like for like new announcements for games that are like a ways out, we get a lot of just like CG trailers, which is always kind of frustrating. But
speaking of which,
Yeah.
Might as well get it out of the way right now. Outer Worlds 2 had the most truthful trailer I've ever seen at E3. And it was refreshing and cool. I'll give that my favorite trailer of E3 right off the bat. Well, we're already going with a favorite.
Wasn't there not a trailer? I thought it was just like, it's
There was
coming.
There was a trailer.
Oh.
And it was like a descriptive one, like, we're going to start off with the show of this wide open field with just robust, like, plants and stuff to make our game look robust and cool. Then we got to have something wreck the tranquility and something like stomps. Mm-hmm. It's like, and then for some reason, people running. It was like descriptive like that.
Oh, yeah.
It was basically like going over all the tropes. And, you know, because of blah sound is happening, that it's got to show some epic scale planet shots. And then our protagonist will step into frame, but only his silhouette because the designers haven't finished designing him yet or writing the story. In fact, and then it just goes, the developers haven't made enough of the game to really show any gameplay. Basically just the title, and then it goes like up from the planet. Yeah. And shows Outer Worlds 2, and I'm like,
well, and
be real about it. Be real about it. I appreciate that.
I appreciate what you just did, because I just basically flicked through the trailer as you were narrating it for me. So thank you.
Yeah, there you go.
They should hire you, man. Selling the game for him.
Fuck yeah, buy that shit. I'm ready. I don't need to see more.
I still need to play Outer Worlds 1.
You know, I was about to harass you.
I know.
You pre-harassed yourself, and I hate that. It's my lot in life to harass you to play games.
Yeah.
When you say you haven't been playing much lately.
But another CG trailer, unfortunately, but something that I'm actually pretty interested in is Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
Yeah, the Borderlands spin-off.
Yeah, and it's kind of like her essentially being like, it's some sort of like Dungeons and Dragons sort of kind of spinoff, because she's like the DM. They call it. She calls herself something else. But no, I'm interested to see. I still haven't played Borderlands 3 because I was a little bit salty about the whole Epic thing, and kind of moved on by the time it came to Steam. Would like to play
the other ones.
Yes, I played all the other Borderlands games.
Even pre-sequel. Sweet.
Had a lot of fun. They're fun games.
Yeah, they're pretty tight.
Looking forward to see what they do with this.
Yeah, I'm hoping it ends up pretty cool. Yeah, it's very like the imagery and everything is full on heavy metal meets D&D.
Mm-hmm.
Like especially the end when she's like shooting in the air riding that dragon.
Yeah,
it probably just looks like the cover of Heavy Metal.
Pretty much.
I love it. So yeah,
pretty much.
I like Borderlands, the whole world. Borderlands. I too haven't jumped into Borderlands 3 despite having like had it since pretty much it came out. Never quite jumped into it. Another cool spin on things is that Metal Slug Tactics, I think.
Yeah.
I'll do some Metal Slug, and I'm always up for something new Metal Slug, and this is totally new. So, usually it's just a run and gun, but Tactics
totally works.
I can totally see that being an awesome chapter. I mean, hopefully we'd get more Metal Slug in general, though.
Yeah. I still need to play all the Metal Slug games.
Come on, man. I lent you that thing for like my arcade stick for like a week. God damn it. Should have been playing that. Should have.
So it's kind of skipping around. Feel free to shout out games if we pass over them.
Well, the third one on our list here. How do you feel about that? Are you in on that?
Nah.
I
don't know. I mean, it's a sweet game for. I'm not gonna run. I mean, we have to see what they put in. So he's talking about Death Stranding's director's cut. It's like, what are you adding? Besides making it like, I'm sure it's gonna be a PS5 game.
Yeah, the expanses are greater. You gotta walk farther.
I mean, I love the game, but it's like, what are you doing with it? And it's typical Kojima. We're gonna be all obscure and weird, and we're gonna show a trailer that doesn't have anything to do with anything, and we're gonna reference Metal Gear. It's like, don't
all he could
Toy with my heart.
all he could even do is just be like, helicopters are in it now. And you're like, holy shit! Game changer. You don't have to deal with the shitty terrain.
I didn't
It'll be
mind so much.
3 hours speed runs of it and shit.
Yeah. But sequel to a game that I still need to play that I have a copy of, Salt and Sacrifice, which is the sequel to Salt and Sanctuary. Kind of your like a 2D-ish action. A lot of people say like 2D Dark Souls.
I played it. It's a little unforgiving. It's not ridiculously hard, but I got it for the Switch a couple months ago, and I've been enjoying it whenever I play. I haven't been playing the Switch as much again. It's been a lot of PS4, and a lot of when I'm at home. It's been a lot of PS2 actually. PS2, PS1. It's been but it's a game I'm into that, and The Messenger. I think another game that I've been playing, like kind of alternating between. But those are the kind of games that really suck to not play for a while and then get back into, and then you're like, oh, god damn it. It's hard.
That's why I do what I do.
Yeah.
One game at a time.
Yeah, but it's
get her done.
Playable. And then we got Chapter 3 of the Dark Pictures Anthology.
Yeah. What else about that?
A kick-ass collector's edition.
For a super affordable price. Holy cow.
Yeah.
$60?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be getting that.
Yeah, collector's edition game, statue of Pazuzu,
yeah,
and some other things, and it's only like $60.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's what it was.
Yeah, 60 or 80, one of the two.
Yeah, it's like hell yeah. I mean, the game is an awesome series, so looking forward to that. I've been kind of shying away from watching trailers and stuff because I'm sold. So
yeah.
You know, when it comes to horror stuff, you don't need to show me everything. Don't sell me on it. I'm in.
No, don't do like the Terminator Genesis trailer and
show you the whole movie in the trailer.
Yeah,
fuckers.
I don't need that. How are you feeling about that Fall Guys add-on? Obese 2B.
Yeah, the egg 2B.
Yeah. Too big, more like it. Anyway,
no hate.
Another couple games they showed more of. I didn't honestly check out this trailer because I've already purchased the collector's edition.
Yeah.
Tales of Arise.
Yep, another trailer. More just games looking badass.
I'm obviously all in. I've ordered the collector's edition, so I'm sure there was more of that, and it was badass.
Yeah. One game that I'm interested in, but looks like it needs some definite work is the Anacrusis, which is they're kind of saying it's like sci-fi Left 4 Dead, which I can see some of the comparisons, but the game looks super unpolished and super janky. Like it's it's just like hordes of the same enemy, just kind of like coming at them and not even like doing anything. So look, they got my interest, but it's like do more or I'm not interested.
Yeah, variation is key in those kind of games.
And it's kind of like what a lot of people are saying too. They're like, it looks pretty pre-alpha there.
Before we go any further, did you get the same feeling I did? Where anything that was pushing new gen graphics was almost all sci-fi related? Like
there's a heck of a lot of sci-fi.
Heavy sci-fi on the new gen stuff.
Tons.
Apparently that's the way you show how advanced your system is or something.
I mean, there's a lot of
sci-fi horror. Yeah, there's a good blend of it, but I'm not complaining. I like those kind of games.
I mean, I love sci-fi horror.
But I know there's ones that I'm gonna confuse because they're kind of samey.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, maybe like I just want to. I'm gonna keep up with some of these because I don't want to buy a game thinking it's one of the other games. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, isn't this one has? And I'm blending the two. I don't want to do that. So yeah, that's what I when I was going through all this, I was just like, a lot of sci-fi.
I mean, hell, even like so there's an like metric ass ton of indie games released over this time. So we won't touch on like probably most of them, but a sci-fi looking kind of like future game that I thought looked kind of neat is the Planet of Lana. It's just kind of like a left to right platformer. I'm sure those like move boxes and crap, kind of like Inside or Limbo or something. But
action platformer
looks a little bright and whatnot. So kind of gave me like a Wanderlust kind of feeling. But that looks, I think it looks kind of cool.
You know what gave me a weird feeling? The fact that they can't get Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2 out. Like they had to like scrap the whole game.
Well, they shit canned 2 of the lead creators on it for some reason or another, but the project's still going. Actually, is what they say.
They basically restarted it for the most part.
But like who
we were both talking about this like a couple episodes back. We were bummed because we were looking forward to it. Like I already had it pre-ordered.
Yeah, I pre-ordered it like the collector's edition like 2 years ago, and they finally they canceled the collector's edition on me, which I'm happy about because it's like I couldn't find my like receipt and info and stuff, so I was like, but who the hell
money just showed back up?
Yeah,
that's decent.
Well, they didn't charge me.
Yeah, so they can't get one game done. So why not announce another one?
And why? Who in the Vampire Masquerade fandom wants a fucking battle royale game
with vampires?
No.
Not everything needs to be a battle royale, but I don't know.
Especially
if they can cut this out to tie you over, and those games must not be very hard to make.
I mean, Vampire the Masquerade is entirely like it's heavy RPG. It's like, come on, give me a break.
Yeah, it's based on a tabletop RPG. So what the fuck, bro?
What the fuck?
Anyway, yeah, that was probably my most what the fuck game. Like, Blood Hunt, and I was like,
yeah,
is it a Bloodline? And I was like, oh, and then I read the rest of the thing is a battle royale title. I was like, okay, skip.
Yeah, but onto something that looks badass. Although we've seen it before, but they showed more of it. Evil Dead the game. Hell yeah! Friday the 13th vibes.
Yeah, I'm hoping that keeps with the quality there, and also a game looks cool. I probably honestly won't buy it, but Elden Ring. Been showing a shit ton of it.
Fucker. I am so goddamn hyped for this game. Holy cow!
Yeah.
Holy cow!
It looks badass, but I don't know.
From Software, baby.
Yeah, I'm just kind of over From Software's whole deal.
Get the fuck out of here! That bullshit.
I think Sekiro was honestly the tipping point when I bought it brand new, and
I mean Sekiro was a huge misstep in my opinion. But to get back to the more traditional Souls-ish style game, throwing like this open world element with it'd be interesting. I'm really interested to see kind of the storytelling and concepts that George R. R. Martin brings to it.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on it, but I don't know. I'm not fully sold on it. This is something I will keep watching trailers and stuff of.
Probably one of my most hyped games of E3.
So that's for one conference.
Yeah.
Final Form, I think, looks really fucking cool. Speaking of sci-fi, there we go. Did you check that one out at all?
Yeah, I need to see a little bit more because I'm still kind of confused exactly on what.
It wasn't a very long trailer. It kind of just showed a little bit.
Yeah, but another sci-fi, future game. So, and then following that up was Dolmen, which again
was another super short. It's a shooter, super. I don't know.
Sci-fi future game.
Sci-fi punk looking type game. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
So many.
This is where we're getting to the part where I'm going to start getting confused on games.
Yeah, we're going to start saying every game is the same game, but it's a different game, I promise.
Both of them are very intriguing, so that's cool. Scars Above.
Yeah, Scars Above.
Out of these kind of type games, this one has me the most.
Yeah.
The most stoked. It looks like
pretty hyped
really
on this one.
Yeah, it's like a. Well, it says here it's a Returnal meets Dead Space. I'm not really getting a lot of Dead Space vibes from it.
Yeah.
I'm getting more of a. Was it From the Ashes? Is that what it's called? I should know. I'm fucking.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
With kind of like a Lara Croft looking kind of lead.
Yeah, and you're like on a planet. It looks really cool. And it's very scientific apparently, because it seems, you see her analyzing things, so there's like that whole aspect to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So strange world survival horror game by the looks of it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm not seeing I haven't played Returnal, so I
it's on my.
speak to that, and
I would like to
get Spider-Man for fuck's sakes. That's the whole reason you bought the PS5.
I got the PS5 for Demon Souls from Software, baby. But yeah, I do need to get Miles Morales still.
Yeah, I was playing it again today on the side of playing another game that I'm probably finishing after this podcast. But my son's been bugging me for probably like 2-3 weeks to reinstall that game so he can play it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, fine, then you get to start on New Game Plus. And just when he'd get into like a pretty heated battle with too many people and he started getting his ass kicked,
Mm-hmm.
I'd step in for him, and I ended up getting what I consider a couple of the more pain in the ass trophies. And I was like, you know what? I'm only missing like 3. I might just push through this game with him and I can beat it together, and
Mm-hmm.
I can platinum this bitch. But yeah, it was cool to get back to. I'm always up for more Spider-Man. Yeah. Anyway,
so for me, there's nothing else in the Koch prime time gaming thing that
Martha is Dead was kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Layer of Fear or like Remothered, kind of like that first person like.
Seems like a walking sim kind of thing.
Yeah,
but
it could be cool.
Broken Pieces was a little cool too.
Broken Pieces was
a game.
Oh yeah.
That's
Broken Pieces.
Remember that one?
Yeah, Broken Pieces actually looks pretty cool if they fix the character movements, because it's kind of like a looks, third person action adventure-ish kind of exploration story based game, maybe like third person Myst or something, I don't know, or maybe walking sim-ish, I guess. But the moving animations, running and walking, especially running, look goofy as shit.
Yeah,
super goofy. When she walks, she's like doing this like sexy saunter, like totally doesn't fit. Like I get what they're trying to do, but it's like you gotta work on that a little bit. But the game looks pretty cool.
I noticed it too. But yeah, it looks
Broken Pieces. Yeah, Broken Pieces.
So yeah, that's what from that one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they did say that Payday 3 is coming next year, but that's it. It's like, okay, that'd be cool, because I actually played quite a bit of Payday 2 when it first came out on PC.
I played a little bit of it.
It was pretty fun. I was playing with friends and whatnot. Like, they've added a ton of stuff.
It just keeps going.
But
from the next conference, the IGN Expo, the only one that really gripped me out of this whole thing was The Forgotten City, which is a game that started as a Skyrim mod.
Mm-hmm.
It's it's more like, I don't know, Greek.
Super Greek.
Super Greek.
Well, except they're not superheroes, so
I don't know.
There you go.
Go
make the parody.
Get Weird Al to do that.
The music video for their game. They'll give you a free copy or something.
Yeah, I'll do it. I have no shame or embarrassment. I don't get embarrassed. The next one was pretty cool though. The next conference here, the
Guerrilla Collective. Yeah.
Hunt the Night was
that's
badass looking adventure game. It looks like Zelda meets Castlevania. And just had and
like cute demon characters. So it's like, hey, you sold me.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one a lot. Death
also
Trash actually looks pretty cool.
Death Trash is pretty fucking sweet.
It looks more like a Baldur's Gate type,
but super like abstract and like just grungy and gritty, pretty violent, like isometric action sort of game. Not like Diablo per se, but
I'd say like old school Baldur's Gate, like pre-Diablo.
Yeah, but way like just like some of the environments look like very abstract and
Yeah,
kind of like
interesting to look at, not just rocks and trees and grass.
yeah, really neat. Death Trash. Yeah, I'm
Cool name too.
yeah.
Bats looks kind of batshit crazy. Did you check that one out? Bloodsucker Anti-Terror
Yeah.
Squad.
Yes.
It's like a it's like a running gun action platformer, just super gory. It's reminding me of something. I just can't think of what it's reminding me of yet.
I'm
But,
not sure.
Yeah, looks decent. What else do we got?
Fire Girl actually maybe could be cool. Kind of like a little platformer, putting out fires, and
I didn't see enough of it yet.
kind of like a little indie game.
What about Robo Dunk NBA Jam with
Yeah.
roguelike elements?
Didn't even watch.
Nah, I didn't watch it.
Could be cool.
I just knew I saw that and I was like, I'm gonna bug him about it. And the next one, I honestly watched almost nothing about the Wholesome Games announcement.
Yeah, there was just so much.
There was like 60 games here.
Yeah, so unfortunately,
I was like, I'll go back to it, and then I just didn't have time.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure there's some super cool shit.
Yeah.
But
I didn't watch it.
In place of a community question, if you watch this, point out some highlights to us. So
hell yeah,
that is time.
A fantastic idea.
Hell yeah. All right, next we can be brief.
Yeah, I don't care.
Mario and Rabbids, Sparks of Hope, I guess, and let's move on.
Okay.
My kids will be stoked about another Just Dance. I was worried another one wasn't going to come out this year. I'm just kidding. I'm never worried that there's not going to be. It's very copy and paste. Devolver.
Devolver always puts out some interesting stuff.
Yeah, some pretty cool stuff. No, I wouldn't say as heavy as they usually are with the
stuff, a little light it actually seemed. But the that's one you do gotta watch because the skits and the running story over the years with the announcer person, like it's something else.
The most interesting thing is that they sold a VHS of the showcase and these jackets, and they sold out like fucking immediately.
Yeah, weird. I don't get whatever NFTs and sure, people do what they want, but you got some cool shit. Trek to Yomi.
Yeah.
Hell yes. Side scroller Ghost of Tsushima. Like black and whitish.
Yeah. Very, very what do they call that? I'm trying to think of it. But yeah,
what photorealism almost? Like it looks like really good.
Yeah. It was basically, I'm trying to think of what kind of the kind of movies that
like Seven Samurais and
Ghost of Tsushima.
Kurosawa.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I was like the spaghetti western of samurai movies.
Yeah, Trek to Yomi. Yeah, definitely check it out if you haven't seen trailers for it. It looks really cool. Really cool.
Yes.
I thought Phantom Abyss could be interesting, but probably it wouldn't be a game. I'm not really sold. It's basically kind of like a puzzler that you're trying to get through, and you see like the routes that all the other players took.
Yeah.
Look, could have been interesting. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah. Anything else you want to talk about from
that? Not so much. Let me double check one other game just to confirm what it was. Oh. Yeah, this was one of my weirder ones, which is like, I don't know how I feel about this. One of the Devolver announcements was a game called Demon Throttle, which is basically King's Knight with like bosses. Yeah. And it's like, why do you want to like re-experience anything remotely similar to King's Knight? Like cryptic stuff aside, just the gameplay, it's like, that's maybe King's Knight soured me on the whole like idea. I shouldn't judge a book by its cover because like some of the game looks okay, but it's like just that even that aesthetic. It's like I'm good on that.
I know what she says, and I agrees.
Moving on.
Gearbox. What the fuck is that? They announced some
Godfall
DLC. Wow. Okay. Yeah. The VR upload VR.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything that really struck me as amazing there. So we'll
I mean,
go
you
on to our a big one.
You don't want to play Puzzle Bobble in 3D?
Uh,
Man. Yeah, no, it's like,
yeah,
pass. All the games are kind of just,
they're the same thing.
Xbox and Bethesda.
Starfield came out of the gate.
Yeah.
Finally get to see something on it. I was hoping to see some gameplay, but
Yeah.
they've been talking about this for years. They've been working on it for 10 years. So
Yeah.
at least
Yeah,
we finally get to see something.
I hope
But,
I hope the game turns out really cool because it sounds like it could be sweet.
It was enough to get me stoked, seeing what I saw and knowing who made it.
Mhm.
I'm not soured on Bethesda like a lot of people, so
Yeah.
I've got faith that this is going to be a fucking banger of a game. The next game shows almost nothing.
It's like, please show me some more of this game. Like, I'm interested. Like, I don't know why I'm so interested in this game. It's just show me. This is a pure CGI trailer that shows you nothing.
Smugglers or
I don't know.
Something.
Like, I kind of like what they got going on, but I don't know.
The aesthetic was cool.
Yeah.
Finally, Psychonauts 2 has a release date.
Yay.
For August. So they're so quiet on it. But finally that's coming out. And they announced Back for Blood.
Hell, man, I cannot wait for that game. That is one of my most anticipated games this year.
Yeah.
Spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead, which is, again, like one of my... I have so many, like... But that's, like, at the very top of, like, my favorite games ever. Is the Left 4 Dead
Did you ever
games.
check out World War Z?
I didn't, because it was an Epic exclusive. I don't know if it ever went anywhere other...
Oh, it was also on PS4 and Xbox. You douche.
Another game I want to check out, 12 Minutes. We got a release date for August on that.
Yeah, they talked about that. They first started talking about that last year.
Yeah. So I didn't even watch anything for it this year. It's like, I'm sold.
Honestly, it's what I remember from last year. I was like, is there anything even new about this? Like, I was like, oh yes, it's that one. And then I watched the trailer and I was like,
I'm pretty sure it's the same thing.
Maybe that's part of their whole thing they got going on. Oh my God, Sea of Thieves is getting Pirates of the Caribbean crossover.
I don't care.
I do it just for the song. And then after I sailed around for like 4 or 5 hours to it, I probably like, all right, pop it up. Let's play something else.
Fallout 76 Steel Rain.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of sounds pretty cool. This is one of those things that might potentially be able to pull me back in.
I've been meaning to jump back in for quite a while, actually.
Yeah, they've added quite a bit of stuff, and it's persistent, which that very early moment now when the 76ers come out of the vault for the first time, like that is if you weren't there, you don't get to experience that anymore.
Yeah,
it's kind of
busy shitting on it.
Yeah, right. But now you can go to
just get your just desserts and like what's left.
But now you can go back to
that's more cool stuff.
Wasn't it like Pittsburgh or preempting the Pit?
Oh yeah, Pittsburgh, yeah.
DLC, from Fallout 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fallout 76 Steel Rain, it's like the Brotherhood is showing up and then man. Yeah. Or no, Steel Rain was the Brotherhood one. There's one that is going to be introducing like the Pit.
Okay, I think it's the next one then.
Yeah.
And I guess Hades is finally coming to other consoles. They announced that, so
yeah, that's always good.
Good on that. Kind of wish I waited. You know me, I'd rather have things on other things other than Switch, but I loved it.
Yeah, dude. Got another trailer for a game that I'm pretty hyped for, Atomic Heart.
Yes.
It's just another trailer, but it's like Russian weird sci-fi Bioshock-ish.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was getting heavy Bioshock meets Wolfenstein
Yeah,
vibes from it. So
looks pretty awesome. I'm hyped
into
for
it.
that one.
I'm into it.
Oh,
Oh, what? Oh, Diablo.
one of the best announcements I could hear all year was, yes, the release date for Diablo 2 Resurrected.
Coming out in September.
Hell yes. I am. Man.
Oh man.
Mm.
Man, you gonna get that on Xbox with me?
Hopefully they do crossplay.
Yeah.
Love you.
Let me see, buddy.
September 23. That might be as is tradition. Maybe there's a week of work being taken off. I don't know. We'll see. I'm excited.
Put your arms in some pudding. All right.
As is tradition.
So this next game, I'm conflicted. It could be cool, but I absolutely hate the art style. Redfall could be cool.
Could be cool.
Vampire Slayer thing. It's just got these super Fortnite-y,
Yeah.
Overwatch looking characters that I don't know. There's something about this animation style I can't take it seriously or get into it.
I like what I'm seeing. I just don't hope. I hope it's not Battle Royale.
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
It's probably just gonna be a co-op.
But it's Arcane, and I love everything Arcane does. So here's hoping. I'm looking forward to it. I would like to see more.
Yeah, that's pretty much it from that. We already talked about Outer Worlds 2.
We got something I wasn't aware of, and maybe I just kind of, as I usually do, media blackout sort of thing. I was a backer for Ayuden Chronicle, the spiritual successor to Suikoden, and they actually announced that there is going to be a prequel game, 2D, a side scroller game called I just lost it.
You must really care.
Ayuden Chronicle Rising. I mean, it's such a generic tagline, but that's pretty cool. That's actually going to be coming next year, and then the full Ayuden Chronicle 100 Heroes game is slated currently for 2023. So it's a ways out, but I backed it and looking forward to it.
I was going to, but I kind of
there'll be physical copies, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Retail for that game for sure.
Definitely. Well, moving on to Square Enix. Kind of lackluster this year, I'd say.
Yeah. And there's some things that really rubbed me the wrong way, but I'm sure, I don't know. I'm guessing you're probably looking forward to this one. Marvel's Guardian of the Galaxy looks could be cool.
Yeah.
Could be cool.
Pretty cool. They're going with the comic look, not the movie look.
I guess my only question is it going to be like the Avengers?
Apparently it's not going to have DLC and microtransactions or anything like that.
So not like the Avengers in that aspect, but is it going to play like that, kind of like that isometric, like X-Men Legends?
No, I think it's more of you play as Star-Lord. You don't play as all the characters. You play as Star-Lord for the whole game, which is kind of cool. It looks like it's got a little bit of a RPG element to it, maybe. But it's more just a third-person shooter action game. In a way, though, the action does kind of remind me of the Avengers. And as I said, I think it was the last episode.
Maybe it was the same engine or something that was kind of
Yeah, probably. They probably made a Marvel engine to kind of blanket produce all these games on. But
I
liked how mad I was at Avengers, but I think it was the last episode I talked about how I finally played it and I really did enjoy it. But yeah, it'd be nice to see some really deep gameplay here, though. I'll be keeping an eye on it. And who am I kidding? I'm probably gonna buy it.
Yeah.
But speaking of Avengers, they showed some of the Black Panther: War for Wakanda that they previously announced. I didn't watch it. I'm honestly, like I said last episode, I am waiting for Spider-Man before I play any more of this shit. Fun game, but I could be playing that with Spidey. So it's cool that they're adding new characters and stuff. They're still trying, they're still going. It's yeah. Overall, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you think of Babylon's Fall?
Which?
It's the one about the tower.
Oh yeah. That one.
Kind of caught me off guard. It's a Square game. It didn't have a Square feel. It's a RPG game, but it feels like a Western-made RPG game.
Yeah, this is
the whole look of it. It honestly, I don't want to shit all over it or anything, but it looked sub-Square quality. If that
it does.
sense.
It kind of looks.
It looked like any other developer made it.
Kind of looks like
I'm not saying that there has to be super anime characters in every game they make, but it was very like, closer to like Dungeons and Dragons style than Final Fantasy style, which is not something I love. But yeah, it just
and it doesn't
it must
really
look, it doesn't look as polished.
Yeah, and isn't this the Platinum game?
Yes, I believe so.
And like, I don't know, it looks like they're not being utilized, but that could be the design, because Platinum is usually more known for their like the gameplay and like some of those elements.
Like it might be just really early on, but it just kind of seemed really honestly generic.
Yeah. Yeah,
but I'm interested at the same time. So like I said, I'm not shitting all over it. I think it needs some more time in the oven. So hopefully that's not coming soon. It's more rather still working on it.
Yeah, I'm not really feeling the Stranger of Paradise, the Final Fantasy.
Oh, you mean Final Fantasy May Cry?
Final Fantasy wannabe Neo is basically it's like Neo Light. NIOH, those like Souls wannabe or Souls like.
I'm feeling 100% Devil May Cry vibes. You wouldn't.
Well, still, I mean, it's Team Ninja just coming off of Neo.
Yeah,
basically. But I'm not feeling it.
The cocky main guy just reminds me of
Chaos.
Like, trying to want to be
Chaos. We're gonna kill Chaos. We gotta get Chaos. There's Chaos. Let's get Chaos. Like the whole trailer. It's like, how many times are you gonna say fucking Chaos? I get it. You don't like Chaos.
We can congratulate Lightning from Final Fantasy 13 on her transition. They.
Oh God.
Come on, that was 100% Lightning.
Oh Jesus, I never even made that connection.
That was Lightning. Yeah, so Final Fantasy May Cry is all this felt like to me. Watch the trailer for yourself and agree.
I am not. I am the one that I was saying. I'm feeling a little. I'm feeling not great about, because I just don't understand why they got to keep ruining it. But they're going to do a Final Fantasy Pixel Remaster series, and it's another janked up version of all the first 6 retro Final Fantasy games.
Do it right, you lazy bitch.
Just give us the game. Like, quit. Don't round off the pixels. Don't change the pixels. Just
I'm perfectly capable of smearing Vaseline in my own eyes to round up the pixels. You don't need to do that for me.
I mean, they didn't really show much, but it's gonna be, I didn't
even look at it, honestly.
It's mobile.
Yeah, it's mobile
first. They're gonna put it on Steam, but it's mobile. It's made for mobile, and again, they're janking it up. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know. Maybe
me. If I see it's not coming to console, I probably don't even click, unless it's something that had me intrigued from somewhere else.
Yeah.
But yeah, like if it's not coming to console, I don't even need to bother myself with it. And going by what it's called, I don't need to bother with it anyway. So fuck.
Yeah. So then I guess moving on, the big ol'
that was all of Square.
Yeah,
it mentioned everything.
Pretty,
except for Life is Strange: True Colors.
Yeah,
but
that was just more trailers
when they announced it.
PC gaming show, all kinds of
bro.
All kinds of stuff, but not a whole lot that really really stood out to me, honestly.
Another Vampire the Masquerade game?
Yep. This one, if I thought this was already released, but I guess not. And this is more of like a story based narrative RPG. I don't think it's necessarily like visual novel, but there's a lot more, and it might be that might be the visual novel one. Maybe I'm mixing it up, but anyways, that's all right.
How can we skip over Raw Men, Food Fighter Arena?
Yeah.
It's not
or what about
like noodles? It's spelled like Raw Men.
Or what about like War Tales? You can play War Tales after you play War Fighter. You can play Army Guy and Military Man. I don't know. Whatever. That's fine. People like military games. That's totally
from the front lines.
Yeah, there was
actually not in a cocky way. It's cool to hear Orcs Must Die 3 coming out. I really enjoyed the first one. I honestly didn't know there was a second one until I just saw there was a third one. So I might have to look into that.
There's a bunch of other games. A lot of them are just multi-platform, so that they showed a lot of the same trailers again and whatnot. And then
and like they announced games that have already been announced for consoles, and they're like, "Oh, but we're gonna show you PC play." Oh, like, don't lie to us. We know that we're seeing PC gameplay of all these games.
Yeah.
This is never on the console. They're showing you the most high-res version they can.
Yeah.
This ain't my first rodeo at E3.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah.
bro.
I'm always kind of, some people are gonna groan about it, but I like seeing limited run announcements.
Yeah.
Like good old physical from digital, baby. And they announced some juicy stuff this time.
Holy shit, man. This was probably, I mean, I know all this is stuff that's either out or coming out soon, but to know that I can actually add it to my physical collection.
Yeah.
Actually, more than getting excited, I just say, God damn it, when I see these announcements. I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm going to have to buy that. God, I'm going to have to buy that. And, I don't like waiting for things that I buy, which is, you might have been able to tell from my year and a half of grumbling about not getting my mail.
Yeah, and
it feels like everything I've bought in the last year and a half has been from limited run. I'm like, sooner or later I'm gonna get that.
And they better get the shit together for Axiom Verge 2. I don't want a 6 month delay on that game. Yeah. Like when Axiom Verge 2 comes out, they need to make them goddamn discs ready, because I want to play that Axiom Verge 2.
Yeah, Blood Rain Betrayal.
I want a physical, baby. That's one game I've had it on my Steam wish list for a super long time.
Yeah.
A lot of people say it's not that great, but I don't care. I still think it looks.
I have it on the 360. If that's the same game I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
The side scroller one.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I could probably.
It's not. Everything like I said, it's not great, but they're actually. It's I don't know if it's re-voice acted or if they're adding voice acting, but we're gonna have Laura Bailey and Troy Baker. Full game is gonna be fully voice acted, and I think they did a little tweaks maybe, but I think that's mostly the biggest change. And then it's HDified or whatever.
You know what I can't wait to buy again, and I'm actually kind of scared of what they might announce alongside it.
Yeah,
Castlevania. Requiem, Symphony of the Night, and Rondo of Blood package.
Nice.
I just spent all the money on the Castlevania Collector's Edition.
That doesn't include those games.
It doesn't.
But
it's all the games previous to that.
But you better believe they're going to do some stupid Collector's Edition, and yeah, we're going to have to buy it.
I'm going to come blood.
Especially, I mean, the fact that I bought the Collector's Edition, which... there's some awesome stuff in there, but I mean, Symphony of the Night, man, Rondo of Blood, come on, give me that.
Yeah, buddy.
Although I'm sure some people agree. I'm even though a lot of people would argue that these are Symphony of the Night and Rondo of Blood getting a physical version. It is basically a reproduction. There's other games that I feel like it's a bit much. Now we're getting reprints. Castlevania Rondo of Blood for the Turbo Duo.
Unofficial North American.
But that's a North American one, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm less jazzed about
I'm not buying that. If I can buy it on the PS4, honestly, I'm good.
I'm less jazzed about Zombies Ate My Neighbor and Ghoul Patrol, like the Super Nintendo repros that they're doing.
Yeah. Just in general, when they sell repros of Super Nintendo, Genesis, Game Boy games, I'm just like, okay, I can already buy those.
Unless it's something like super special to me, then yeah, I'm good on that. But they will have a Zombies Ate My Neighbors and Ghoul Patrol on disc together for PS4.
Yeah. Hey.
We're not skipping.
Hey. Okay, you're not?
Not skipping. No, nothing on this list is being skipped. Well, not much.
You're not skipping my Contra Anniversary Collection. Cool.
Hell yeah.
Don't need to really even touch on that because that's already cool. But I am so fucking stoked because I think it's probably almost 2 years ago now where I said they better hurry up and put out this Double Dragon and Kunio-kun Retro Brawler bundle.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 20 games or 30 games or something from the series all in one package, and they better not charge me there's 30 games in this package. They better not do multiple volumes. They better not Mega Man collection this shit, because that would suck. But I almost imported this a couple of times, and then I went up to the point where I was like, guess I'm not doing that now.
Yeah.
And it's good to see that. That is probably the most stoked I am about a game here.
Switch only though. Bummer. But still, that's a pretty cool package.
In general, I don't know. I'll be
Dusk.
mad. I'll be so mad if I buy that shit on Switch and then it comes out on PS4. You know how mad?
Yeah. Very.
So mad. I'll be
so mad. Super mad.
I'll be selling it and buying the PS4 one. We'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
I will be so angry. Okay.
Dusk. I'm looking forward to Dusk. That's our 3D Realms Quake like spiritual kind of successor, kind of like Iron Fury was for the builder engine for Duke Nukem.
Yeah.
Dusk looks pretty cool. Although I think I'd prefer to play it on PC.
You gonna buy the PC edition? The box where you open it and there's a dead moth.
I can't remember, but I might have actually pre-ordered I pre-ordered a Founders Edition of one of these games, and I'm not sure which one it was. It might be Dusk. There was another game that 3D Realms was doing, and I can't remember which one it was off the top of my head.
Holy shit. Well, later on down the list in the Nintendo things, I think I've got a game for you. Let's go with this though. I don't know why they're doing a Republic Anniversary Edition.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it. There's a VR one.
Oh, dude, you're skipping Hunt Down. Can't skip Hunt Down. That game looks awesome. It's been out for a while. Side-scrolling shooter, like platforming shooter, but it's like super like. Watch the trailer. It's hilarious, and it's like super 80s, super like kind of like gritty, like we're taking back the streets, kind of sort of thing.
Like Narc or Streets Raid.
But it looks pretty badass. But
I'm surprised you're not more stoked about Plumbers Wear Ties.
I mean, they're not. I mean, we're long past the point of Limited Run doing like meme releases. You know, and I already bought some like Chex Quest. Like, why did I buy Chex Quest on PC? Big box PC version.
Great money.
What they really should do and not be douches and do these single releases for absolute nothing of a game like Plumber Wears. That's there's like no game there. It's like 10 minutes. And they're gonna sell it for like fucking $40 or something. Yeah. Do a package and like here's an FMV collection of all your favorite classics like Night Trap and fucking Double Switch and shit.
They're gonna release them all singly and then do it after they.
I'm really getting tired of it, and I I might tap out on those completely, and we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be funny to say, "Oh, I got Plumbers Wear Tie," but that, like, if I have the 3DO version, maybe, but not this, not like this.
Not
Come
like
on,
this.
not.
That meme releases, you had to throw that in there. I'm pretty stoked on Retro Mini Wrestling.
You absolutely are. I figured you would be.
Yeah, I knew it was coming. That's why I bought the Xbox version.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to support it. Hopefully, it's got like the DLC when it comes in, so there's some extra. I'll get John Riggs to sign my copy.
Hell
Be
yeah!
super cool. Be super limited edition. Yeah, but I haven't even gotten to play the first one because it's at your house still.
Yeah.
But I'm nevertheless, I'm pretty stoked for the River City Girls 0 and 2.
Hell yeah!
So good thing I didn't play 1 because I like to play things in order. I guess I got to play River City Girls 0 first.
Yeah, Zero is apparently that's a game that's like an older game. It's one of the it's a Kunio-kun spin-off game, less so than like a new River City Girls prequel.
Ah.
So, but they're like retitling it because it's like
I'll look into it. Maybe fuck that one.
Yeah, maybe
I'll just get it digital because it's probably going to be like $7 digital or $30 to own it.
The original game was called Shin Neketsu Koha Tunio Kachi no Banka.
I know. Just kidding.
Which was a Super Famicom game. So it was like basically old school Kunio-kun game, like pompadour haircuts, Double Dragon style, kind of.
I mean, realistically though,
but it's the girls.
It's a Switch only.
Yeah.
I'm more likely to just not even bother and probably just buy a digital for a few bucks. Because I don't Switch collect that hard. And
yeah.
I would show up and I would literally not even remember ordering it. I'd be like, oh, I did? Oh, that's nice. Whereas when 2 shows up, I'll be like, happy.
Yeah.
So yeah. Speaking of happy, holy man, you gonna buy all these games again?
I might be tapping out.
Yeah,
might be tapping out. Well, I was pretty excited when at first I got the impression that, oh shit, Shantae collection, PlayStation 5, all the Shantae games in one package. What a great deal. No, individual releases, every single one of them. Because of other things going on, I think my Shantae collection is going to be drastically reducing in size. And
holy shit!
I'll be making a definitive decision on which games I'm going to keep. I don't know if I'll pick them up again. We'll see. Maybe I'll just go with the whole PS5 versions. I got them all on Steam as is, but I do want to have a copy of each game. But yeah, I mean, good for limited run and good for the Shantae fans.
Because I remember even seeing like someone tagged you and you're like, that's a good package. And you're like, oh.
Yeah. Like after like reading it a few more times, like seeing the language, like they kept in one of Way Forward's posts, they threw in brackets that said individually released. I was like, you fuckers. Come on.
Because they see how much they go for.
I mean, basically, it is, and that's part of the reason why, I
gotta say, these have to be the most collectible limited run games. Would you agree? Have you seen anything go for as insane of a price? Like their like very first couple of releases, just because they're extra limited from them just starting out.
Yeah, I think Shantae is like their cash cow, really. It just pulled in a certain community, and a couple like other communities kind of like jumped into the Shantae fandom, and I mean they're great games. Like there's no denying it. I mean I love the series, but this man, I'm tired. Tired of the collecting, the convention exclusives, the region exclusives, the pre-order exclusives, the limited run like it was really fun for a good while there collecting for the Shantae games, and then it became a chore, and then it became a frustration, and like so much more.
When you go from hype to fuck, I gotta buy that now.
And a lot of it was on me trying to chase this collection or this record, which for anybody who's listening randomly at this point in the podcast, like my record attempt, it was rejected by Guinness, which sucks. And it was super arbitrary reason because they're like, well, for a world record, it should be like 1,000. That's 1,000 pieces. It's like I have fucking so many examples of contradictions to that rule. Like the Silent Hill collection's 350, but I know a friend of that. I have a friend that knows that person, and apparently that person to get that Silent Hill collection like had to keep submitting multiple times. And it's basically like the luck of the draw of the person that you get that is like, oh yeah, this sounds cool, or this person's like, what the fuck is a Shantae? It's like, oh, I don't care about this. Not rejected. It's like, screw you, buddy.
You could be the first person to just submit a record. That is the record.
I mean, unfortunately,
any record.
Unfortunately, I'm not like
I could be the first person to submit for most jumping jacks, and be like, yeah, I did 10, and they're like, well, no one else said they did more than 10.
Yeah,
that's the record.
It's not. Unfortunately, I'm not like trying to eat like the world's most amount of hot dogs, or like how many farts can I do in a bucket or something. Like whatever.
Hey man, how many can you? Let's see.
I mean, I'm playfully.
You're poo-pooing record holders now. No,
yeah, I'm not trying to do that because there are some pretty. I mean, there's a lot of really impressive
honestly
shit.
their gaming edition is trash now. It's more of just like a magazine, and there's like sections dedicated to one game, and if it's not one of the top 20 popular series, like good luck even getting your record in there. Because I got mine like the year they switched over to that format from like what the regular record book was, meaning that my record never actually got into a book, and it bummed me out so hard. But so that's why it's kind of like stopped me from really like going after it again. I'm like, I got one. I could do it again, but I'm also like, is it worth the headache? I don't have the time.
Yeah.
So people, why would I do it again someday? But it's not a top of my list thing to do. It's just well, I got that.
And
the reason I got it in the first place was just to shut my wife's friends up. When they'd be like, I don't know what you let him do on the game. My husband would never be able to do on the game. And then she can point at it and be like, oh, he's fucking good at it, though. So, fuck your mother.
Yeah.
oh, I'm sorry he spends money on games and not just goes out drinking every night and wastes all his money, and I have to wonder where he is. So that's basically her come back to it. So, I like that. That's why we just had another wedding anniversary. So, hell yeah. Because she's cool as shit. Wife shout out.
Totally.
We don't do enough wife shout outs.
Yeah. We both have pretty awesome ladies.
Pretty patient ladies in our lives. Yeah.
Absolutely. And then a bunch of other like whatever kind of re-releases stuff for limited run.
Yeah.
So, moving on.
Yeah, Nintendo. Oh my god.
Yeah, we'll just skip
Nintendo
over.
saved E3.
We'll just skip over Capcom because it was nothing. Razer, whatever.
Yeah.
Nintendo had some cool announcements, but
I know you're only here to hear about who got added to Smash.
Yeah.
So Kazuya, they got that out of their way.
Yeah.
Kazuya from Tekken. Hey, you want to play Kazuya?
Yeah.
Play Tekken. Play Tekken. It's
like
better.
why Kazuya? Like who? Why? There's so many.
What's funny is when they posted it, whoever fucking posted it had dyslexia because it said Kayuza. I was like, what? Banjo Kayuza is in there now? I was like, what? Fuck's sakes.
Kayuza.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
I can use another game, guys. Don't just keep adding characters to this one.
Kayuza Kamami. I don't know.
Yeah. Fuck it.
It's lame attempt at a stupid joke.
So is them adding more characters to this game instead of just making another one.
Yeah.
Just like, where's another Mario Kart?
Yeah. Before we get to like,
they literally just re-released Mario Kart 8 with the DLC and think that's good for a couple of years. Like Mario Kart 8 is like, I don't know, 6, 7 years old. Old as fuck.
Yeah.
Let's get a new one.
Yeah.
Not the phone one. That's not a game.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it. You know why they're not making another one? Because it still sells fucking gangbusters. It's still like
Pretty
one of
much.
the top selling games every month.
Pretty much.
Because Mario Kart fucking rules. So make Mario Kart 9, you pricks.
Yeah.
Anyway, we love Nintendo. Let's talk about what Nintendo's got going on.
Astria Ascending.
Yeah.
That looks badass.
Pretty neat. Gonna buy? Is it a Switch seller? What do you think?
Probably not, but for those people looking for a little bit like Child of Light or like Odin Sphere or like kind of that sort of thing, looks pretty neat. I actually was like, is this Vanillaware people? It is not. At least as far as I can tell. And maybe it's ex Vanillaware, but it looks pretty cool. RPG, side scroller or more traditional kind of, looks cool.
Speaking of tradition, another Mario Party game's coming out. How many is that? Brand new Mario Party games on the Switch now? That's the second one.
They never do good.
We haven't even gotten one fucking Mario Kart. That's brand new on the Switch.
But apparently
pointing this out. I am Salty Grapes.
Yeah. But apparently this is supposed to have like all the boards.
Yeah.
And like all the mini games, so that's kind of cool. Just I haven't played Mario Party since the GameCube ones.
I'm taking a big poopy shit all over.
Yeah,
Nintendo right now. I'm all in on this. It might have confused you. I'm in on this. I just want a Mario Kart game.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But they made up with their next announcement.
Another racing game?
No,
Cruising Blast. Oh, what? Just Dance.
Just Dance 2020, of course. Of course.
Fuck yeah, so stoked, bro.
No. You know it. And I was surprised.
Just out of left field, we were expecting to hear something about Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah,
how many new Metroid Primes do we have on the fucking console? 0. But they can just put out another Metroid game?
Yeah, they're like, fuck Prime.
But
I'm all garbage.
I'm all over this.
We just made a whole nother game instead.
Metroid Dread.
Looks pretty cool.
It's Samus versus the Geth, and that's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of like
the Aperture Geth. It looks like Aperture Geth he's being chased by.
Although now it kind of throws, from what I read anyways, I'm kind of confused because the impression I get is that Dread is a follow-up to Samus Returns, but wasn't like, what about the other games? Is this just, there's like inserting this in the timeline?
Yeah, it's probably just in the timeline.
Okay.
Space, but it's Metroid 5.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Pretty cool.
I'm
looks
actually
cool.
excited about it.
Yeah, it looks pretty sweet.
We're like, seriously, anything by Prime 4. Like,
I mean,
it's been literal years. It's been 3, 4 years? I don't even remember anymore.
Yeah. I mean, I still want, I still am like, pixel, give me my pixel art, but
I've got kids in school that were born after they announced Metroid Prime 4.
Yeah.
So, just saying, show us something for fuck's sake. New Mario Golf.
Cool.
Or no, wait, that's the same one.
Updates.
It's free. Yeah, it's just updates. But here's the game for you. WarioWare, get it together. Get it.
They're gonna say something a lot cooler.
Get it together, bro.
Advanced Wars 1 and 2 kind of looks kind of
just when you were talking about your shitty memory.
Yeah.
Get it together.
Right.
Sorry about that long ass payoff. But yeah, Shin Megami Tensei 5 is coming out in August.
Cool. I know a lot of people are excited for that. Like I said, Advanced Wars 1 and 2 looks kind of cool. A little way forward remake of those.
Yeah, I haven't played an extensive amount of Advanced Wars, so I'll be getting that.
Yeah.
And one I'm super stoked for, I actually almost if it would have played, I would have imported it for my Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
But Fatal Frame,
Yeah.
made in a Blackwater, is finally
Yeah.
coming over here, motherfucker.
Yeah. Looks pretty
So,
cool.
Yeah, I'm all in on that. Kind of weird that they just randomly announced Doom Eternal DLC is coming to Switch.
Yeah.
I didn't even know that Doom Eternal made it to Switch yet.
Yeah, I didn't either.
So
But
maybe the game is too much, but they can handle the DLC.
yeah.
Speaking of the DLC, recently started it. And speaking of going back to games that you haven't played in a while and be like, holy shit. Yeah, there was a learning curve of getting back into that. So that was fun. Anything else here?
I think the Zelda Game & Watch looked kind of neat.
It's cool, but
I don't know.
Not for the price. I'd pay $20-$30 for that thing.
Yeah, I mean, a little teeny screen. It's like, I don't know.
The Mario one is still there's still heaps of it at our Walmart, and I'm hoping that they clear that out so I can just snag a pile of them, give them away.
Yeah.
Not scalp them, because I don't do that shit. I'll trade them in. I'll trade them in places, but I don't do that shit. But
I guess we could talk about the
more Zelda stuff.
A little bit more Zelda.
Some
the big boy.
Yeah, the Skyward Sword HD.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. Everyone's like, yes.
Finally, you don't have to use the motion controls, but it's probably harder without the motion controls than people are going to find. Because that's the one. That's the one where you gotta attack in certain directions to even be able to hurt. So I wonder how they're going to do that.
I'll apologize for my extreme lack of interest in Skyward Sword.
You don't generally have a lot of interest in Zelda as it is, so that's fair. I wasn't expecting an explosion of.
I absolutely am super excited about Zelda.
Well,
they give me what I want.
Well, Breath of the Wild 2, which, to be fair, going from the beginning of the trailer, looks closer to Skyward Sword 2. So I hope you're a bit stoked on Skyward Sword.
Yeah.
Because that's what you're getting more of under the more popular game's name.
Yeah.
The characters look like Breath of the Wild, but they're like falling out of the sky and shit and gliding, and it seems, I don't know, really Skyward Sword themed. I like both games, so give me that anyway.
Yeah.
I'm getting all this stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know about like I said, the Zelda thing. If it goes cheap, I'm not paying, what was it, 70 Canadian for it? Fuck right off.
Mm-hmm.
I have that game. So I've got that game several times, sir. I can play that on the console already. It's called the GameCube. Mm-hmm. It's also called the NES. And the Game Boy Advance, which I can also play on the GameCube. So that's two the GameCube's got. Switch has only got one. Come on. GameCube's a better shot here.
Sure.
I'm talking about my ass, but yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. Well, one other game that I didn't know if it showed up anywhere during E3. I saw nobody talking about this. I don't even remember how I first came across that this was announced, but a sequel for a game that was one of my favorite games of the year from 2019. That was got a trailer. I didn't even know it was announced for A Plague Tale Requiem, which is the follow-up to A Plague Tale Innocence.
I heard a mention of it a couple weeks ago, but I didn't see this either.
Yeah.
Who's holding out on us?
Looks pretty cool.
Some bitch bastards doing that shit.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was pretty much, our little run through of Summer Games Fest and E3. I'm sure there's other games that people are excited about. Definitely.
Like I said, we missed some.
Definitely share,
so I can check it out and buy it.
Yeah. Sell us on some more games because
someone's gonna be like, motherfucker, how did you miss the Mario Kart 9 announcement? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hoping.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, or someone's gonna go, there is a Mario Kart 9. It's called Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, bitch.
Yeah. I guess. That one.
It's on the Switch only. But
yeah.
Adu has it.
Yeah.
But yeah. So overall, what's your feelings on E3?
I'm always hyped about new games. I don't care anything else. Although I didn't see, like I said, I didn't watch the presentations and stuff, but I always look forward toward those those compilation of like cringe moments, and there didn't seem like there's any like everything's so, I don't know,
I mean,
overproduced.
they could tell you things live, and it's actually taped a week ago.
Yeah,
It's maybe they eliminated the cringe moments.
I need some.
It's why some people watch E3.
I need some guy doing a fucking Hadouken in the air for the new Peggle game, and 1 million
Peggle.
Troops.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want some of those moments. I crave that.
I need someone doing a backflip over Zumba.
Yeah, something. Give me a little bit of that. But no, like I said, a lot of cool games. I got a lot of stuff to look forward to. So I am a happy camper.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit underwhelming, but it's not as shit as a lot of people seem to. Some people just aren't happy anyway.
Yeah.
So I as usual, went into this empty-headed with to form my own opinions. Some were really disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
Not gonna lie, Capcom.
Square Enix.
Nothing new. Square Enix had a couple, but nothing.
Not like Capcom.
Not a Square Enix typical amount.
Yeah. Cool.
So that's a little disappointing, but it's not like E3 is the only time they can announce games in here, so they kind of trickle through.
Yes,
I'm a little more interested in that Final Fantasy May Cry than you are, but we'll see.
We shall.
It's pretty bad that I will admit that that's pretty bad. That's probably the most excited I am for any of those games. Ugh. That's bleak. Now I'm rethinking what I said. Yeah. So, anything else we got to talk about?
Nope. That's it for those.
Holy shit.
Well,
since it's been another while again. Wait. Are we on time? Has it only been 2 weeks?
And we are on time.
Holy shit.
We did it. We did it.
You know what? E3 might have let you down. But for once,
we don't.
Game Tenants are on time. Letting you down the same amount we always do. We're a reliable letdown.
Yeah,
You can always count on us.
Yeah, to let you down.
Pull through and let you down.
Yeah. Cool. Well, as far as what I have been up to, Mass Effect. More specifically, still playing Mass Effect 1. Loving it.
You're ringing it.
Not necessarily saying I'm taking my time, but just with everything going on, I haven't been gaming as much as I want. Hopefully that ramps up here, and I can maybe.
Man, I'm worried for you when I hear that shit.
Crank out. I'm getting close to the end of Mass Effect 1.
Good.
And then it's on to Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect 1. I nothing else I could say that I haven't said before. Love Mass Effect 1. It's a bummer I can't romance Tally from the get-go, but soon Tally. Just wait for me.
Yeah,
just wait for me.
She's not a first date girl, man. Quit putting all the pressure on. Creep.
Yeah. So, what you been playing?
Kind of a lot. It feels like more than it's on this list, but yeah, we've actually been pretty current. As I mentioned, I played through and beat part 1 of Doom the Ancient Gods from Doom Eternal. Pretty cool. Honestly, really light on the story until the last part, like just it gives you a cutscene. It really, I don't know. At first, it was actually kind of annoying me. I was like, I think they just ramped up the difficulty and just threw bigger hordes of enemies at me to make this last longer. I'm hoping part 2 is more enjoyable. They left it on a really cool cliffhanger. I'll say that. Like, it gets really cool. So there's that. And the next 3 are just absolute bangers. Onimusha 2.
Nice. Good follow-up to the first one?
Yeah. It's like it doesn't feel like they really didn't reinvent the wheel at the second one. I felt a lot of the same way as I felt when I played through the first one for the first time last year. But that's not a bad thing because I absolutely loved that game. One thing I'll say though is like in the one I played last year, which was the quotation marks remaster, it lets you choose if you want tank controls or like free stick movement. So Onimusha 2 does not give you that option. It's full on tank controls. But I don't mind tank controls, so that really wasn't a negative to me. It takes a little bit of time to get acclimated to them, which is fair. But it's not like it starts off balls hard right away. So you got enough time to get used to it before it's really imperative you need to be good at that shit. So yeah, more samurai Resident Evil, basically.
Yep.
Excellent game, which led me into starting the third one as soon as the credits rolled on that shit. So that should speak to how much I liked that. But in the meantime, I think it was the night that I beat Onimusha 2. Either that night or the next night at work, I finished Fist of the North Star.
Finally.
Lost Paradise.
Jeez.
That I started back when it came out.
Yeah.
And I dropped it for absolutely no reason, as I often do, which is why I've kind of held myself to the standard of why the fuck didn't I finish that? I actually was going to beat it towards the beginning of the year when I finished a bunch of games that I'd done that to. Like, was it Breath of the Wild? A shit ton. I did like 6 games at the beginning of the year. A bunch of Wii U games.
Yeah,
anyway.
It was like Fire Emblem and
yeah,
Witcher
3. Yeah, that's another big one. The Mario 3D World.
Yeah,
was another one.
Fist
so anyway,
of the North Star.
Fist of the North Star, Lost Paradise, which is basically Fist of the North Star Yakuza. Excellent.
Get those.
You run around just like Yakuza, but honestly, the side sub stories not as not really as intriguing as in Yakuza. Like I didn't feel compelled to explore them a lot. It was they were kind of dry feeling.
Yeah.
In Yakuza,
not too surprised.
Yakuza, they usually a fucking laugh and a good time. This one, what sets it apart most from Yakuza is that you actually drive around in the wasteland.
You can explode heads.
Yeah, and it's Kenshiro in all his fucking glory, exploding heads, different combos, different finishers. Really cool. I did kind of get my fill on it towards the end, which might have been why I kind of stopped playing, because the combat, I know the combat in Yakuza is the same, but I can never get enough of that. But in this one, like, it was just kind of like, set this guy up, blow him up, set him up, blow him up, and it kind of just felt really rinse and repeat more than the Yakuza. I don't know what it was. It's still a thrill to fucking blow a whole bunch of heads up. And if your timing's good, you can just rip through crowds of these guys. So don't in any way let that deter you from checking this game out. If you're in any way a fan of the source material, definitely check it out.
Nice.
Yeah, it felt good to finally put that down. The funny thing is, like, I looked up on the how long to beat, and I was like, oh, I don't know how long I played of it. Probably about like 10, 12 hours. And it said it's like 20, 22 hours or something like that. So I was like, oh man, just finish her off. And I put it in and I was at 24 hours and I was halfway through the story, but it's because I'd done a bunch of the side shit, like the stuff I did enjoy. So basically all that was left to do was like the main story stuff.
Yeah.
For as far as like I cared to do of stuff anyway. So it was a pretty quick run through for the rest of it. But yeah, it was good to finally finish that off. Nothing feels better than finishing a game that you dropped for no reason and you're just like, why did I stop playing this? It's a real bad genre for me, especially for how bad I am of just getting significantly far in a game and then just for no reason stopping. Anyway, as I said, I started on Onimusha 3 right after I finished 2. So at home, that was my at-home game. And played through Onimusha 3. It's I'd say it's longer than the first two put together.
Wow.
And holy shit, that opening CG cutscene is like on par for like, it's impressive, man. Like if you've not ever watched the CG intro for Onimusha 3, check it out.
I don't think I have.
It's reminiscent of like Two Towers. Was it two? No, it was Two Towers, not Two Towers. Return of the King, where they're on the Oliphants and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You get kind of that feeling with that battle going on a little bit. Super cool. And yeah, it just got me even more stoked to play through that game. I think altogether that is my favorite of the Onimusha games. And that was the original trilogy. It's the story of that main character. There's one other game that's in the vein of the other games. Then there's Tactics, and then also the fighting game. So I'll be checking those out probably soon too. But
yeah, round it out.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it some space for a little bit. Really like you switch between two characters on Onimusha 3. It's I had his name in my head earlier today to remember to say it, but he's like the French actor from the Professional.
Oh yeah, that I can never remember his name.
Jacques something. I think it's Jacques something.
Let's Google it.
Yeah. Anyway, excellent.
It's Jean Reno.
Jean Reno. Okay, his name was Jacques in the game. I think that's why I fucked it up. I knew I'd fuck it up. So yeah, I meant to have that called up so I could just reference it. But yeah, you switch between him and the main character that's from the other two games, and it's kind of like a little bit of time travel-y stuff. We revisit the same areas as the different characters, and it works really well. You help each other out, actually. Like, in the one guy's timeline, you'll like push something, and you'll switch to the other guy, and like, oh, good, now there's a way I can get up there. So like, it's really cool. I'd say there's more like puzzle element in this one. But yeah, excellent.
Sweet.
Yeah, I thought I beat Constantine since the last episode, but I talked about Constantine on the last one. Anyways,
insert Nathan explosion. That's what I was trying to do. Most people probably were like, "What the hell are you doing?" He's just
sorry to bug you when you're eating chips. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, it was
cool.
It was been a good time. I've been as for what I am playing, I'm playing Wild Arms, and I've been playing a lot of Dark Cloud, the first one.
Nice.
Excellent game. A game I checked out back in the day, and I got a little ways in, but since owning my own copy, this is the most I played of it, and I think I will be beating that tonight.
Nice.
If everything goes right, if I don't just fall asleep.
Sweet.
Yeah, I've been going pretty hard on the PS2 stuff lately, which is always great.
Keep it up.
I have a bad time with the PS2. I've got a couple other games on the go. I'm kind of working on a couple of RPGs now. It's different for me. I usually only have like one RPG on the go.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm going to knock out those, a couple other things. What am I playing on the PS4 right now? I actually started the original Baldur's Gate through the Enhanced Edition. I bought all those when they came out. You know, the Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 Enhanced Edition, Icewind Dale, Neverwinter Nights. The other one I'm forgetting right now. Because I'm getting tired. Yeah. But yeah, I played that. It's takes a bit of getting used to. It is remastered, but some stuff looks a little bit rough still. So it's oh, is that a doorway? Oh, that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Or in the 3D, more 3D like environments. And it really doesn't hold your hand. Some stuff's very cryptic that you're like, okay, where do I go now?
Mhm.
So it's been definitely a throwback. I've been enjoying it. Not to sound that I haven't been, but it's been really cool. One thing I really like is that you don't just make the main character and then pick up the party members throughout. You can make a full party
Mhm.
of 6 characters right off the hop, which is extra funny when you do, and people keep trying to join your band. You're like, no, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like I accepted the first couple because I thought it was for like a quest. I'm like, oh, I just ditched 2 of those characters that are named after my kids. Okay, well, fuck these guys. I'm gonna go back and get the ones named after my kids that I like custom made. What
Mhm.
creature type and everything I wanted them to be, and you know, all their skills. I was like, yeah, no, I tried on those. I didn't just save them. I'm like, I
Mhm.
didn't have to save these guys. I had to save you. Why would I want you in my fucking party? So yeah,
Why?
I've been a super snob because I've got the full party already. It's been pretty funny. Where you save or you do part of an adventure for someone and then they're like, I would like to lend my skills, and you're like, no, I'm good. Like every time. Just seeing them acting like they're just doing me a solid, and I'm like, I'm doing myself a solid by giving you the nod, bro.
Mhm.
So it's been pretty fun.
Cool.
A couple other games here and there I'm playing. Speaking of Blood Rain earlier, I actually started the first one
Cool.
yesterday. Yeah, I actually had a stretch of days off where I kind of uncharacteristically started like more games than I rightfully really should.
Mhm.
But I even brought my PS2 to work the other night to keep playing Dark Cloud, and I've never brought one of my older systems, so that was weird. The closest thing to an older system I brought is one time I brought the Super Nintendo Classic, but yeah,
Yeah.
I've never brought anything that doesn't hook up through HDMI. So it was a little bit of a workaround, but I got it going. So yeah, I've been pretty busy for how much I'm actually pretty busy.
Mhm.
I've been lucky enough to have a lot of night shifts, and night shifts let me play games, so that's cool.
I don't think anybody is surprised at your amount of beats. Although it's kind of
Yeah.
lacking.
It's kind of lacking. Why? Because I didn't get Polykiller this time because I was playing longer games.
Yeah.
And then someone else got Polykiller and they played a bunch of shorter games, but then randomly Persona 5.
Yeah.
And then I like how did you listen to that episode?
I haven't finished.
It's like they were like Persona 5. I don't think he just started that within the last 2 weeks. But we don't ever gauge like when you started these games, so we can't say nothing. It's
Yeah.
almost like they're like throwing a shot in like Corpse Lord would have got it, but I was just like, no, man. It's a beat either way.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get kind of a cheap win, and I only get to play for an afternoon. And like I said, I don't really ever go for it. Sometimes it just depends on what you're playing. Some games are you can wrap up in half an hour. Some games are, I don't know how long Persona 5 is, like 120 hours probably, 140.
It's a big one.
Crazy. So,
but
well deserved.
Yeah, for sure. But let's jump into a quick look at the new releases. Kind of sprint through this one here.
Oh, jeez.
There's a few games coming out I'm looking forward to. Alex Kidd Miracle World DX looks neat. Legend of Mana remake. Hyped. Well, not remake, remaster. Super hyped about that one. I'm very curious to see reviews for Scarlet Nexus.
Is it coming out physical or is it just a digital right now?
I
haven't seen it anywhere for.
I thought physical. Maybe I'm wrong.
If it's physical, it's a GameStop exclusive. I'm pretty sure, or Square themselves.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember. I thought maybe
Here's me trying to look it up on Amazon, and it's already just trying to give me Marvel Legends because I've bought so many of those goddamn things.
Let me see.
Last
Let me
week.
check real quick.
Yeah, it's not on Amazon for me to buy.
Huh. I thought I'd pre-ordered it, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe you're full of bullshit.
Or maybe it was Play Asia, and maybe I didn't order it on Play Asia.
Oh.
Whatever. Still.
Anyway,
Legend
they're
of
making
Mana.
it harder to get than it should be.
Yeah.
I want that to go with my Trials Mana, my
Then
Secret
I'm
Mana remake.
Yeah, and like I said, then for Scarlet Nexus, that's one I'm pretty interested in, but that's one I'm kind of waiting to see some reviews. It's kind of like it's like a sort of wannabe Code Vein, but not like the Souls-ish sort of thing. So we'll see.
What I'm excited for is that the lockdown is over here, so I can actually buy things in store now.
Yay!
So yeah, I'm very excited about that. I accidentally brought the kids the day that it was lifted. I meant to go at 8 in the morning when they opened, but my other job asked, "Can you work at 6?" And I begrudgingly took that shift, and then went at like 10 o'clock, and a couple of things I wanted were gone. But we went and spent like $400 on toys. So maybe thanks to the other job for not making me buy like 3 or 4 extra things, so I can space it out now. Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous, but it was a good celebration. I needed that. I needed some retail therapy where I buy it in store.
Sweet.
I had done a curbside order that was exclusively toys about 2 weeks before that, but it wasn't as good. It wasn't as fun. But yeah, glad I can actually do basic human things again.
Yeah.
Let's hope. They also, I didn't tell you, I don't think, but they dangled. Oh, we might open the border in 2 weeks. The way things are going. And then they're like, nah, July 22nd. And I'm not getting my hopes up for that, because I've got my hopes up about 4 other times. So, fool me 4 times, shame on you. Fool me another time, shame on you. But also, fuck you. So, hopefully, not you.
Yeah.
You know, people saying these things. I hope, I hope I can cross the border and see my buddies soon.
Yeah. Oh, show.
So stop breaking things and save up some money so we can go shopping. Shopping spree.
So, before we close this out, any other games coming out in the next couple weeks looking forward to quickly?
Nope.
Cool. Shout out to the Cartridge Club. We're still waiting for that ActRaiser episode. It's coming soon.
It's going to be a good one. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
Our
and
buddy
then
Chris is the host.
Then, of course, June, Cartridge Club is playing Cuphead. So, play along.
Yeah.
Cool. So, got to wrap things up here. Real quick, I'm going to let everybody know how they can get a hold of us if they would like to get a hold of us, and I hope you would. Of course, the Game Tenants Podcast is on YouTube, SoundCloud, podcast apps, Apple Podcasts. If you want to listen, you can find us.
Listen to it on all of those.
Yeah, sure.
At once. See
Do
if you can sync it up. It's a game in itself.
Totally. Then if you want to get a hold of me, I'm available on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as The Game Grinder. And Jason is on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as Corpse Flood.
You ain't available. We already let the cat out of the bag that we got women in our lives already.
Yeah.
Trying to be all available and shit on the socials.
Absolutely.
I see you out there.
Yeah.
Just
all right.
Yeah, but what you got going on in the next couple weeks? Anything you playing?
Yeah, just Mass Effect. More Mass Effect.
Alrighty.
How about you?
New episode of Super Neighborhood Bros. Hopefully this week. We tried for last week, but my job fucked that around. But then also ended up being able to do something for my anniversary. So that worked out, I guess.
Nice.
But I need to catch up with my bro before I buy too many action figures. And it's just a 4-hour action figure display.
Totally.
So, yay.
Nice. Cool. So that's going to do it for this episode of the Game Tenants Podcast. Thank you very much for listening.
Love
and we
you.
will talk to you next time.
Just left me hanging there, you piece of shit.